What's up, YouTube? This is James coming back at you with another informative video. I hope you guys are doing well out there on this nice, beautiful Monday. I'm doing real good myself. And I hope you guys have had a very, very nice, relaxing Shabbat weekend. Myself, it went really well, okay? But I want to deliver a message to you guys. You know, amidst of everything that's going on in this country alone, you know, let alone all over the world, okay? A lot of people, faith may be somewhat dwindling, in other words. But I just want to let you guys know, hey, you can't let your faith dwindle. You can't let, you know, what's taking place around you make you lose hope in what the Most High said and prophesied as to what's going to take place and what's going to happen. If anything, your faith should be getting stronger, okay? I have a message here out of Zechariah chapter 14. And as far as I'm concerned, when you look at it, it's like our reparations, okay? Deliverance, you know, and bringing the enemy into accountability for all of the unjust things that has been done against the Most High's chosen. That's what it all boils down to. I mean, and hey, as we know from looking into the news, you know, like media, current events, we see it every day, you know, just like what happened with this Kim Powder, you know, the cop that unjustly just murdered the young man, Dante Wright. She does not know the difference between ounces and pounds. You know, taser weighs ounces. A gun weighs pounds. It's really that simple. You know, and now they have her house surrounded as though it's like Fort Knox. She's guarded like that now. I'm telling you. You had the idiot Jonathan Pentland. You know, what a retard as far as I'm concerned. And I mean that. But the update on that story is that, you know, that was the guy that bullied the young black man, pushed him around and all that kind of stuff, threatened him and every damn thing else. And he was brung up on charges, and if convicted, you know, he can do a month and pay $500 in, you know, fines or what have you. The update on that story is that, well, he got chased out of his neighborhood. He moved. Didn't work out so great for him, all right? And then we got a situation in Chicago where a father, you know, took his daughter, you know, out to McDonald's in the drive-thru. She was only 7 years old. And, hey, some lowlife came out of nowhere and dumped, like, I don't know, 11 to 12 bullets into the car, killing the baby. She was hit 7 times, 6 or 7 times, all right? So we got all kinds of evil things going on, you know, on around us. And I know we like to look at the enemy as always white, but let's face it, we have enemies among us that are set, you know, as to be like same color we are. That's just what it is, and that don't make it right either. All right. So I just wanted to deliver this message that I feel that the Most High has been put, you know, on me to do for those of you that may be losing faith, okay? Now, like I was saying, Zechariah chapter 14, the Most High is saying this: Behold, the day of the Lord cometh, and thy spoil shall be divided in the midst of thee. Okay? Verse 2, For I will gather all nations against Jerusalem to battle, and the city shall be taken, and the houses rifled, and the women ravished, and have all the cities shall go forth into captivity, and the residue of the people shall not be cut off from thy city. 3. Then shall the Lord go forth and fight against those nations, as when he fought in the day of battle. 4. And his feet shall stand in that day upon the Mount of Olives, which is before Jerusalem, on the east, and the Mount of Olives shall cleave in the midst thereof towards the east, and toward the west. And there shall be a very great valley, and half of the mountain shall remove towards the north, and half of it toward the south. 5. And ye shall flee to the valley of the mountains, for the valley of the mountains shall reach unto Azel. Yea, ye shall flee like as ye fled from before the earthquake in the days of Uzziah, king of Judah, and the Lord my God shall come, and all the saints with thee. All right. 6. And it shall come to pass in that day that the light shall not be clear nor dark. 7. But it shall be one day which shall be known to the Lord, not day nor night, but it shall come to pass that that at evening it shall be light. All right. See, the Most High is coming to rectify vengeance on the enemy and all evildoers. You see what I'm saying? So what we have to do is keep faith and stay in prayer and know and trust in the Most High to be delivered from all of this stuff right here, because it's really bad. You know what I mean? It's terrible. I mean, day in and day out. You know, it's the same thing, and it's not getting any better. But just don't let it shake your confidence and your faith in what the Most High says. Now to continue in verse 8. And it shall be in that day that living waters shall go out from Jerusalem, half of them toward the former sea, and half of them toward the hinder sea. In summer and in winter shall it be. And the Lord shall be king over all earth. In that day shall there be one Lord, and his name one. Okay. Verse 10. All the land shall be turned as a plain, Geba to Rimmon, south of Jerusalem. And it shall be lifted up and inhabited in her place from Benjamin's gate unto the place of the first gate unto the corner gate, and from the tower of Haniel unto the king's wine presses. Verse 11. And men shall dwell in it, and there shall be no more utter destruction, but Jerusalem shall be safely inhabited. Okay, that's what the Most High has planned for his children. Okay, but for the enemy, here's where it gets deadly. All right. Verse 12 says, and there shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth. All right. That's a horrible fate that's coming their way. You know, and I guess they think all the wickedness and evil that they're doing to the children of Israel, you know, and, you know, the ones that are among us that's even doing it, that happens to share the same complexion as we do. They feel like what's coming is worth it. But really what it boils down to, they don't believe it. They don't believe none of this. A lot of them is ignorant to, you know, what the Most High says in the word of what's coming. All right. But let's continue. Verse 13, and it shall come to pass in that day that a great tumult from the Lord shall be among them, and they shall lay hold everyone on the hand of his neighbor, and his hand shall rise up against the hand of his neighbor. 14, and Judah also shall fight at Jerusalem, and the wealth of all the heathen. Did you hear that, people? The wealth of all the heathen. Now let's analyze that for a second. What it boils down to, the wealth of all the heathen, which was stolen because he's a heathen and he's took every damn thing from the people. Let's see what it says. Round about shall be gathered together gold and silver and apparel in great abundance. Now, people, this is your reparations right here. See, this is the kind of reparations that we go for right here. That's what it's all about. The Most High is our reparations. All right. But to continue here in verse 15, and so shall be the plague of the horse, of the mule, of the camel, and of the ass, and of all the beasts that shall be in these tents as this plague. 16, and it shall come to pass that everyone that is left of all the nations which came up against Jerusalem shall even go up from year to year to worship the King, the Lord of hosts, and to keep the Feast of Tabernacles. 17, and it shall come to pass that whoso will not come up of all the families of the earth unto Jerusalem to worship the King, the Lord of hosts, even upon them shall be no rain. So you're going to suffer. You don't do what he tell you to do, basically. Verse 18, and if the family of Egypt go not up and come not, that have no rain, there shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite the heathen that come not up to keep the Feast of Tabernacles. Okay. Verse 19, this shall be the punishment of Egypt and the punishment of all nations that come not up to keep the Feast of Tabernacles. All right. Verse 20, in the day shall there be upon the bells of the horses holiness unto the Lord, and the pots in the Lord's house shall be like the bowls before the altar. Verse 21, yea, every pot in Jerusalem and in Judah shall be holiness unto the Lord of hosts, and all they that sacrifice shall come and take off them and seethe therein. And in that day there shall be no more the Canaanite in the house of the Lord of hosts. Okay? That's what it is, people. That's what it is. You see? So, like I said, be not dismayed about the enemy and what he's doing, because he's not getting away with anything. Regardless of these little fake little trials, you know, Derek Chauvin. Oh, man. I mean, the whole world's seen what he did to George Floyd. Okay? And everybody with common sense knows that if the lowlife never put his knee, his whole entire body weight on that man's neck, that George Floyd would still be alive today. It's really that simple. It was premeditated murder, and the cops that were involved, they stood there. They were accomplices. And by the laws of the Most High, all of them should be put to death. And let's say, for example, the courts, say, well, he didn't do anything wrong or whatever, okay? Well, death is still coming to him just the same. They get away with nothing. I want you guys to understand that and know that. They ain't getting away with nothing. You know, there's a scripture that says that that the heathen basically will commit crimes, murders, and then find themselves innocent. See, all this stuff was foretold in the scriptures. And it also says what's coming for the heathen. So we know what time it is. So see, people, my words to you is don't be dismayed. Don't let what the Most High told you. He forced, he prophesied this. All these things will happen. And just because you're seeing it play out, don't just look at the negative part and become dismayed and then give up hope. Look forward to the positive part when he said of the redemption and the punishment of what he's going to do to the heathen. Okay? That's all I got on this one. I just wanted to tell you guys this, Y'all tell me what y'all think about this particular scripture. These scriptures here, this reading, and what it's talking about. I'm interested in hearing your thoughts, your views, and opinions on it. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. People, please remember to live your life as though we are being watched. Simply because we are. This is James, and I'm out. Peace.